Hi there, my name is Edwin. Welcome to the VIVE Teens platform. I will be taking you through a short demo of all of its features. As you can see, we are currently on the home page. Now, the first thing you will see when you come to the home page is our mood tracker. Our mood tracker is broken up into 5 main categories: sad, scared, or stressed, earth; happy or enthusiastic, air; other; angry or agitated, fire; and finally, lazy or calm, water. If you click on any of these moods, you will see this pop up, where you will be able to tell the platform how strongly you feel a mood and then what is currently causing that mood. An important aspect to note, you'll see it says, "Thanks, I'll keep that in mind," but it also says, "Are you okay?" You can start a chat with us if you aren't. VIVE Teens is always looking for an opportunity to react to your behavior on the platform to help you better. If you click this button on the top right here, you can go into your mood history page. Your mood history page will allow you to see your moods over time for the past month, 3 month, and all time. You can see how frequent all of the moods have been appearing, how intense those moods have been over time, what has been making you feel those moods, and then you can see your calendar showing what kind of moods you showcase the most on any particular day. Back to the home page, our next section is our quote of the day. This changes every day and is a wholesome way to start the day. Next is our VIVE token. The VIVE token is a proprietary cryptocurrency token that we use to reward users for undertaking healthy behavior, such as, for example, on the top right here, you can see our flame button. If users have high daily streaks or high weekly streaks, we reward users for that kind of behavior. Currently, users can send tokens to each other, and in future, this will be used as an in-app currency where users will be able to update the app or buy goods and services. Next, I will be going through the app left to right. Let's start with stories. Stories you can think of like an infinite Instagram reel or TikTok reel. It shows all of our content in one easy place. However, all of this content has been curated by us to be representative of the real state of mental health at the moment. Really trying to zoom in on the trials and tribulations and the content that teens really need to see right now. As you can see, our content is made up of many different types of content: inspiration pieces, opinion pieces, podcasts, and far, far more. As you can see at the bottom of each card, there is a thumbs up, a laugh, and a heart. If users like, laugh, or heart any pieces of content, we can better cater the AI to recommend content that they like the most. Next, we'll be going into Discover. Discover you can think of like a knowledge base of all aspects and tribulations that a teenager might be going through in their daily lives. For example, at the top here, we can see the recommended for you section. So this is what the AI has recommended for the user based on their past behavior. I'm feeling, which focuses on emotional feelings at the present time and how we can deal with them. Next is I need help with. These are event-driven tiles about events going on in the user's life. For example, bullying, divorce, chronic illness, school, etc. Learn more about is focused around larger overarching themes in the user's life, such as phobias, sex education, sexuality, gender, COVID, stress, etc. Finally, tools to equip yourself. Tools to equip yourself are tools and skill sets that allow users to better take care of their mental health. For example, we can go into breathing exercises. Now, each tile in the Discover section has a blurb like this, where you can see if the tile is relative to what you're after and is useful to you right now. And if you do think it's useful to you right now, you can swipe up to go to the Learn More section. Now, the Learn More section for every tile will drill down into that content and provide everything you need to learn about that piece of content. For example, under breathing exercises, we can now go through the different types of breathing exercises and understand how to do them as well as what they help with. For example, box breathing here helps to alleviate stress and to improve your concentration. And we can go into any of these other breathing exercises as well. However, I would like to draw your attention to this button at the bottom. An important aspect of the platform is that of feedback. If a user goes into any tile and finds that it doesn't have what they need, they can click this button at the bottom and they can send ideas directly to us about what they would want to see in this tile. Now, if we go back to Discover, you can see at the top here, the AI is updating itself relative to what we just looked at. The user can then also search if they are after a specific issue or topic. Next is our Understand section. The Understand section is broken up into chatting with our AI directly. Her name is Amy. Or they can do our wellness quizzes if they want to get a more quantitative view on their current mental health state. Let's start with Amy. Amy is an AI chatbot, much like you would see in something like Alexa or Siri. Amy is linked into the user's data profile and can recommend specific items within her knowledge repository relative to what the user needs at the moment. She can also provide help in understanding where the user is at right now, as well as general content queries around issues that teenagers might be going through today. For example, let's go through an understanding flow. So Amy says, "Hello Edwin, my name is Amy. I'm your personal wellness companion. I can help you identify your symptoms, teach you about wellness, and help with some interactive tools. What would you like to do?" So this is something feelings related because the user doesn't know what's going on right now. Amy says, "What feeling are you currently experiencing? If you're unsure, I can help you figure out what you're feeling." So we can say, "Great, help me figure it out." "I will try my best. What would you describe your feeling as? Is it physical, behavioral, or mood related?" Say, for example, we are feeling body aches or fatigue. So we can go into physical symptoms. Would you say you're physically tired or rather experiencing food or weight related issues? If you're thinking about self-harm, please read more about it to understand it better. So say we are physically tired. So are you feeling fatigued or are you sleeping unwell? I'm not sleeping well. When a change in your sleeping habits or patterns causes a negative effect on your quality of sleep, it can be considered a sleeping issue. So is it insomnia, excessive sleep? Let's say insomnia. We can't really get to sleep. And now that we've gone down the path, we can see insomnia is a common sleep disorder. If you have it, you may have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or both. As a result, you may get too little sleep or have poor quality sleep. And on it goes. Amy has an incredibly broad knowledge base, meaning that she can have many different types of conversations around many different types of topics. This is just one of them. Next, if we go back to Discover, our wellness quizzes allow users to quantitatively identify what is going on with them at the moment. For example, the general full, if they want to see a full picture of where they are mental health-wise. The general short, if they want to see it summarized. Anxiety, health, and then health long. Let's do the anxiety one first. If we go into the anxiety quiz, we can see that the anxiety quiz's official name is the General Anxiety Disorder 7 questionnaire. What does it do? It will help to identify a possible cause of anxiety, possible case of anxiety, along with measuring how severe the anxiety symptoms are. The test results are used to objectively determine initial symptoms and then monitor these symptom changes or effect of treatment over time. Finally, we can see how long it takes. So it takes approximately 2 to 5 minutes to complete. If we continue to the quiz now. So what we can do is if we do the short questionnaire, we can see the general questions of the questionnaire, and if we complete them, We will then get a score at the end, as well as an AI recommended feedback. So as we can see, my anxiety score is mild. So my anxiety score indicates how much any symptoms of anxiety are affecting my mental health. This is not a diagnosis. This is measuring how severe the symptoms are. And then feedback directly from Amy. This is our AI speaking directly to you. Thanks for completing the questionnaire. This is not a diagnosis, but here's what I think. It is completely normal to experience occasional anxiety. It is fine to feel anxious when faced with a problem at school, before writing an exam, or making an important decision. Here's something really simple you can try. It should help you overcome this anxious feeling and lower the stress in your body. It is as simple as deep, calming breathing. Deep breathing sends a signal to your brain that there are no imminent threats around you and that it can relax. We then return to understand section. The user can do any of these quizzes any amount of times, as often as they'd like, if they would like to understand exactly where they are right now. Finally, we go to the chat section. First, we can see our companion section. So as we can see, our team is waiting on the other end 24/7. You can start a chat with any one of us with the option to set up a video call. You will not speak to a clinical therapist right away, but our team can connect you with one. If it is an emergency, call the emergency line. If you would like to speak to our companion network, you can phone them directly using this phone line here. If it is an emergency, you can call our emergency center right here. If you would like to start a chat with someone and would not like to use the phone, you can use our text line as well. If you start a chat with us, you will see this screen pop up, and our average response time is currently under 5 minutes. An important thing to note here is that chatting to our companions and team isn't about when things are going really badly. We would like you to chat to us whenever you'd like, as often as you'd like. If you would like to continue a past chat and continue where you left off, you can continue a chat, and this will take you to one of your previous chats that are still live with our companions. Next is our tip line section. So as we can see, it can be difficult knowing who to talk to if there's a problem at school, with a teacher or a peer. The tip line will anonymously send a message to your school, allowing you to report serious acts of bullying, violence, or any other acts negatively impacting your mental health, mental well-being, or that of your peers. The tip line will anonymously send a message from VIVE Teens to the school without involving the user in any way. This allows you to report acts of bullying without getting involved at all. Finally, back to the home screen section. I will take you briefly into the feedback and settings section. As you can see here, this is our account details, but more importantly is our confidant. An important aspect of the VIVE Teens platform is the idea of providing a confidant. A confidant is someone that you trust with your mental health and someone that you would be okay with us reaching out to if we see that your mental health is not doing very well. As you can see here, you can provide us with a confidant, and whenever our AI picks up that you aren't having a great time, we will ping your confidant asking them to check up on you. Now we are back to the home page, and that concludes our short demo. Hope to see you again soon.